I started at the very bottom in a bindery, folding paper.
I was actually one of the very first customers of Solimar back in 1991.
So I'm really the primary solutions architect.
My background is mostly data centers.
Actually, my claim to fame is I wrote the first standard class automated pre-sort software.
I did the evaluation of the product, did the initial implementation, and sort of built a team around the use of it now. We went primarily with Solimar at the recommendation of our partnership with Xerox in Canada.
I am what they call a variable data designer.
And we primarily specialize in healthcare transactional documents.
Basically, at my job, I do it all.
I'm working with the team to develop our custom solution for the customer for their application.
Yep, so I think we're pretty prime for white paper workflow.
Make it two up, get it print ready for the printer, and then send it out to the printer. So I pretty much take it from start to finish until it's getting ready to be printed.
And we provide that content in any form that that end user wants to consume that content in.
They brought me in to get to start the in-source print program, which was a little bit off my league, but I took on the challenge. I said, sure, let's do it. And then, working with Solimar was absolutely, it made my job easier, put it that way, because they're very knowledgeable. No longer do we have 20,000 pages of excess print that's just going to get thrown away because the doctor doesn't want it. There's various things. So now we've streamlined that process, handed it off to Rubica. Rubica now segments that, brings it back, puts it in a nice, beautiful package. Everybody's happy.
So we use most of the Rubica SPD and SolFusion for document re-engineering. A lot of our customers need us to manipulate their documents into a print-ready form. So we're not creating the content, we're just managing the content, and that means that we can get files in different formats and different people are creating that content in different ways, so we have to then standardize that into a production environment so that we can produce that document the way that it needs to be produced.
We actually use several, the Sol Indexer, Sol Fusion, just bringing on Sol Searcher. It's probably our fastest growing area of the business.
We're supposed to be getting the chemistry dashboard, and what that'll do is allow us to be a little more transparent to our customers. They'll be able to see their work going through the shop, see that we're meeting their SLAs.
So the Solimar products easily plug and play. I know a lot of the Solimar team pushes SolFusion workflows. We drive everything by command line, which is a little bit different than I think a lot of the customers who use it, but it's still just as flexible and allows us to complete and normalize the customer data for our needs.
That's, I think, why we really enjoy working with Solimar, is that because they have integrations, we're able to seamlessly integrate that into our workflows and automate the entire process.
Even for a competitor, I'd say buy it. Right? My experience with the components that we do have are incredible. They're fast, they're reliable, they're extensible. So being able to add a component on the fly is great when I have a new requirement or a new need. It's a simple call to say, I need to try it. Go ahead, let's buy it. And being able to just service the industry that we're in with a tool that's that reliable.
We've been a customer for 7 years, but we've really, in the last year and a half, really started to utilize the full suite of products, and especially getting into their chemistry dashboard, as well as utilizing some of their partnerships with Sensible Technologies, BCC, that kind of piece as well.
Taylor's been built through acquisitions over 40 years. So, as you can imagine, through those acquisitions, you inherit a lot of stuff.
It gives us the ability to react to whatever comes in through the door, through the sales cycle, in a very efficient, cost-effective manner, and very reliably.
How do we bring all that together? Taylor acquired Standard Register, another big print provider, last summer, about the same time they acquired NEPS actually. So there's 35 facilities and 3,500 employees that came on board in one day. So that's just been Taylor's legacy, is they've just been built through acquisition, and then integration has to happen. So the Solimar suite, now with the dashboard with chemistry, that's helping bring all of those tools together.
And then, of course, the cost savings has been about $2 million over the last 3 years, and it's in production today and still continuing to gain those benefits.